Alright guys, maybe the best option would be to just start the game and I'll jump in as soon as possible. Alright, there we go, we're into Champion Select. Looks like it's gonna be good, man. You excited? Who do you think's gonna take this one away? The Demonic Horde or the Divine Sect?
Alright, so I'm on now, looking at the stream. I have to watch through the stream until the game goes live.
Yeah, it's same with me. So the picks at the moment are looking pretty cool. We've got Quinn, Kale, Diana, Elise, Warwick. I like it.
How about you explain the event a little bit? So we got Demonic versus Divine.
Yep, there's basically a list of heroes that can be played. I can link that to you in just a second. So the players have to play the heroes that are either from, Demonic or Divine, based on what team they got. It's based on skins and skin themes, so we might see a double up of heroes, but that's alright, because, you can run the same hero if they are both Demonic and Divine, based on how badass their skin is. And I'm liking these picks, man. What do you think so far?
Well, we got the sneaky Shaco on Carloi. Could be making some massive plays, so I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to a lot of these picks, actually. It's going to be quite interesting. This is played on Rift, am I correct?
It is indeed, man, and it is blind picks. They do not know what they're up against.
Should be exciting then, should be really good. Which team I'm going to be supporting? Well, Nexus Bun Bun, shout out to Nexus Bun Bun, not believing on the Diana team. So I'm gonna go for the Diana. I'll show some support. Sorry, we just got to have a little cough.
That's all good, man. So we're into the spectator delay. It's gonna be exciting to see what summoner spells these guys take. See who's where. I haven't seen a Warwick in a long time. That's a pickup that I'm gonna really enjoy seeing. And we've also got a Shaco pimping it out in the jungle. Definitely has an opportunity to make some mad plays.
So which team do you think has got the better hero lineup at the moment? Just by lineup, from the draft, who are you going for? Where's your heart at?
I think I've got to go with the Shaco, man. You do not see them enough. Oh, actually, the Warwick is pretty out there as well. I like both of them.
What I like about Shaco is it's definitely a hero where it's either going to go really well or really wrong. There's no midway Shaco, is there? You're either in there ruining the game for everyone, or you're just there having a horrible time.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
It's a bit of a snowball chance, so let's hope that he can get rolling and get pretty excited. First time Shaco coming out by Carloi Low, so it's going to be real exciting to see how this goes down. Hopefully he can just get that beginner's luck, rip up some games, we never know.
Yeah, man. And honestly, Shaco is one of the heroes that can do it as well. Have you seen him in the new jungle with the creep starting at 155? I haven't yet. I wonder how effective he is, because counter jungle is so good.
So maybe he's got some good plans?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Some big moves for it?
Because it's so good in the new jungle to take a buff away, because they give so much experience in gold, so it's just absolutely huge.
So you think this new change, do you think it's positive for invades, or do you think it's made the game more defensive and people more willing to stand back?
Both. If someone invades, it pays off way better. But at the same time, everyone's so wary about invades now that you get like 5 people sitting in your jungle at level 1, like right up until creep spawn, trying to make sure nothing goes awry. So it's pretty cool.
Especially if your enemy team's running a Nunu, right? You've got to have some sort of plan ready. Just what if he's planning on doing the classic Nunu troll.
Yeah, man. That Trick 2G, that Nunu video, man, it came out and all of a sudden there was just like 10,000 Nunus in solo queue. And
it's
why
getting
not?
banned all over the place, and yeah, why not? It's a classic strat. A big thing is, like, to beat it a lot of the time, if you're going for a standard start, you need to have your teammates protecting you, you need to have your team working together. So whereas something like that could be weaker in actual rank 5's setup, against solo queue where you've got 5 random people together, you've actually got a really good chance of pulling something cheesy and trolled off really well. And I think that's why it's so popular in solo queue, because sometimes the jungler just can't get his team to be where they need to be to help him out.
Man, I agree with you completely. The reason it works is because solo queue is just so uncoordinated. So you get this Nunu flashing into your blue buff and just like consuming it and walking it away, and there's just nothing you can do.
No, there isn't. Really be planning for them and play around it rather than like. I don't think it's imbalanced. A lot of people have been giving out the early imbalance calls. I don't believe that's the case. I just think that you've got to be smarter around it and be prepared for it.
Yeah, good point. I think it was OP until they nerfed the damage that Consume does.
They already knocked that back down again.
They did it because level 1 Consume did more damage than level 1 Smite. So no matter what happened, Nunu was going to flash over and take that buff away from you. That's.
And I wasn't aware of that. Yeah. Well, I hope they have changed that from that.
Yeah, they hot fixed it really quick. Seeing that video came out, because honestly, like you couldn't smite it to take it away from him. There was like nothing you could do to secure that first buff.
Well, they're getting really good at their hot fixes because they got rid of that Alistar and lane one that was quite popular for a bit.
They did indeed. Yep.
So it's good to see. Good to see less imbalance, more real plays.
Yeah, man. Alright, so the skins that these guys are running. We've got Phoenix Quinn, Workshop Shaco, first time Shaco my ass. He's got a skin for it, man.
Hey, just going all in on the first time Shaco's skinning it up.
Alright. Hyena Warwick, which is fantastic, and Soul Reaver Draven. Alright. Can never decide what I like more, the Soul Reaver Draven or Gladiator. Because
I like Gladiator for sure.
When he recalls, like the crowd cheering for him is just amazing.
That's true. And going back to our last week's stream, the other day I had a Christmas Vega in my game, and I was so happy to see him.
Oh my god. That's awesome.
Did you ever see him?
I think I've seen Halitude pimp him off once or twice, but I think that may be the only time I've seen him, so.
Alright, looks like game's coming underway.
It is indeed. It's going to be really interesting to see what these guys do early on. I really like this Warwick lane pick. Like, you don't see Lanewick often at all, but he's such a beast in the top lane, or even the mid lane for that matter. Can kind of just sit there and sustain bot for forever.
Look, we actually had one come up in our last week event, but as it was Ultimate Bravery, you can never really count that as a true pick. But he did come out, and he did his usual dominance. Can be quite hard to deal with. Popular in Season 1, actually, the old Lanewick.
Yeah, so what does he take in level 1? He hasn't spec'd an ability just yet, but I think he's probably going to take his lifesteal, because I think that's probably the easiest way to get through your laning phase. And I think he's going to be against a Kayle or a Diana in that top lane. So it'll be interesting to see who takes that one away. I have no experience with Warwick in lane, so I'm not sure if it's going to go one way or the other. Alright, so Shaco's starting blue as well. It doesn't look like he wants to do any sneaky invades.
I'm just having a quick problem with my PC, Scott. I'm just going to go AFK for a minute or two, and then I'll be right back, alright?
Yep, all good, man. Catch you then.
Minions have spawned.
Alright, guys. It looks like the bot lane for the blue team is slowly creeping in, putting some pressure on the blue buff. This is Elise jungle. She will be able to take it quite easily, I think. I think the blue bot lane is looking to maybe force a smite, or just put pressure on. Although they're going to be really wary of Morgana landing a Dark Binding, because if that sticks, it's quite a high amount of kill potential. So Exterminate comes in, really wants to get that smite out, but it looks like Kondo Bolo. Oh, Kondo Bolo does smite, so that was a successful pressure. Basically, that means that Elise is going to have a harder time securing that red buff. Leaves it quite open for Shaco getting there and counter evading if that's what he wants to do. That smite's going to be down for another 50 seconds even. So it's a pretty good advantage that they got just from that. Dominate already going in hot with his Quinn. He did take Vault as his first ability, but taking a lot of damage from He's Draven. He's already got a Spinning Axe going up. And it looks like he's taken a lot of armor penetration. That might actually be flat armor pen runes.
Alright, and I'm back in, thanks to the wait.
Oh, good, man.
Oh, I'm excited to see that no action has gone down, so I'm still in time to see the first blood. Wonder who it's going to. Oh, shout out to Morden D, shout. Good to see you back this week. Good to see Halitude back. Good to see Carloy Lol, Nexus, Bun Bun, Extermination, all my originals back on the stream. Welcome back. Big shout out to Spectral Chimera, I've seen you before. And we're going to see First Blood come right now. It goes to the Shaco, as we hope. We want to see him snowballing. So Shaco's in. First Blood goes into Diana. just
Wow,
what he
that was
wants, isn't it?
huge. Yeah, most definitely. He wants to start that like clown snowball. Oh, Breaker and Zed flashing in the bot lane. He would have died, but he leveled up and got that bonus HP, and that was his saving grace.
Now let's just go into this bot lane quickly, because this is quite interesting.
It is,
We have
yeah.
two uncontributed, like, they've been spoken of support heroes before, but not really considered support heroes. So two what's the word I'm looking for?
Unconventional.
Unconventional, thank you. Unconventional supports coming out of Morgana and Kayle. What do you think of the two heroes as a support? And up top, by the way, we do have another kill going down to the Elise, taking out that Diana. She's died twice.
No,
I believe. No, 1-1.
Dianas.
Sorry, she first blooded the Shaco, did she?
Yes.
Oh, I'm all over the place.
Two Dianas, so that's what's got you questioning your sanity.
Oh,
One in the
okay.
lane, one in the opposite top lane.
Sorry, everyone. Lost. There we go. So what are you thinking about Kayle and Morgana? As we're going to see, we're going to see a quick fight right now to give you a good idea. Draven getting beaten down from that gate from Shaco, and it's another kill.
Down, yeah. Carlo even looking up like he wants to get this Morgana. Does flash the binding. Really nice. Alright, so Kayle applies a slow. Morgana's Black Shield stops the slow. Kayle has more damage than Morgana does. Maybe less utility though. So it's a skill matchup, I reckon.
I guess she has a little bit of sustain with that heal.
Yeah, it does. And it's a speed up as well. So that can help you in lane. And Morgana just has the Black Shield to help Draven out. But if she lands a binding, Draven can really pile on. Whereas it's going to be a lot harder for Kayle to land a slow if this Morgana has like a trigger finger and can get those Black Shields off every single time she sees it coming.
Now is KT Shiny Jack?
Yes.
Yeah, so Shiny Jack is back. So that Diana on that team, on the blue side Diana, gonna be quite confusing, should be a big player if we've used to what we've seen in the previous weeks of Shiny Jack being extremely competitive in these. So he'll be great to watch. And he's coming against Ice Cube on the Warwick. So we'll see if he keeps getting bigger on that lane up to the top.
And it looks like he's already starting to pick up a little bit of momentum. I'm really liking this Warwick though. He's already picked up a kill in this top lane. An assist. Oh, that's alright though. And he's having a good time of it. I find it interesting that he started a machete on Warwick. I think maybe he thought he was jungle, or maybe it was kind of like, I'm playing Warwick, I must be jungle, and he bought a machete by accident.
Maybe he's just going for some big machete tech. A lot of those items are quite popular, the jungle items, even outside
That's true, actually. Yeah, you could get a Spirit of the Special Wraith or Lizard Elder Tail, and that would work out really well for him.
Especially because, we got Breakers in Z taking a lot of damage from that Draven bot, but not enough to finish him. Oh, yes it is! There's that damage over time taking out Breakers in Z, so he will go down.
Yeah.
And we have to score 2 for 2, even gold. So close match so far.
Definitely. That's actually been taken out of the game next patch. Draven is losing his passive that bleeds completely. So that's going to be really interesting for Draven players.
But it will change it for him to have the ability to earn more gold, I believe, on kills.
It does indeed. Yep. It's adoration.
And in previous games, basing it off Dota, it doesn't have an ability such the same, but gold earning abilities in the past have been extremely powerful on carries. So it could be a good change, could be a bad nerf. What do you reckon?
Honestly, I need to wait and see what happens, because there was a really good point brought up on the forums, and it's like, the passive only works if you're ahead and snowballing, because if you're not getting kills or anything like that, you're never going to cash in the passive, whereas the current bleed that's there at the moment is always going to work. So it's definitely losing some power if you're behind, but if you're ahead, if you're snowballing, it might make that kind of ridiculous, getting those items so much quicker.
It may just mean if you're going to choose Draven, your team's going to put more focus in making sure that he starts getting ahead then and getting that snowball on the way.
Yeah, most definitely.
In the meantime, what do you think about Kayle being chosen to go mid over Karma? Haven't seen much Karma recently, still not too much in favour even after her rebuild.
She does have a low pick rate, but Shadow plays a really good Karma, so I'm not worried at all about his performance. He's going to be, taking names and doing serious work. Wow.
So definitely a play to be watching out for.
Yeah, Carlo actually stole that blue over the wall using that ward. That was really well played.
That's Shaco already coming in and mixing the game up. The best thing it does, Breakers and Zed's going to get in a bit of trouble here, and he will go down to that passive again. And there comes that, the stun just missing with the ult. Doing enough, but they are going to flash out, and Exterminate will just get away. So this bot lane with Draven really starting to snowball up.
It is indeed. 2-1 to Draven. He's got a bit of a CS advantage as well. Not much though. Quinn is definitely keeping pace. Quinn also has not died, so that's pretty much what you want to do in a Draven lane. He is the hardest AD carry to lane against because he does so much damage at all stages in the game. So props to Exterminate for keeping up and not dying to that ridiculous spinning axes. Like, you know,
And I am just going to jump in here to say special shout out to Kiwi Gamers. Thanks for being back here. People's Whisper. Always love to see my fans. And a great call by Spectral Chimeria. Diana is divinely demonic. I guess that's very true in this game. In the meantime, Kono Bondo has got to be careful because here comes Karloi. He doesn't manage to steal that red, but he is going to pick up the kill and get it anyway. So there we go. Shaco making the plays in the jungle. And I do have to think it might not be his first Shaco game.
So he's been really clever. He put a ward on the blue buff and he put a box down by the red buff. He knows exactly where this Elise is at all stages of the game, and he's being a menace.
And Elise is another jungler, like, though she is strong in the jungle, she is one that you want to have a good start on. You don't want to be behind an Elise, especially like a jungle dominator like Shaco. He can be so tricky for a hero like her to deal with, I believe.
Yeah, no, I agree with you completely. So yeah, Shaco doing some serious work. Just checking what items he's gone. He's sitting on a lot of gold. He's got 1,200. Hasn't cashed in anything other than getting his Madred's Razor. So it'll be interesting to see what items he picks up. Looks like he's getting a static Shiv first item. So for some split pushing, a little bit more clearing speed in the jungle. I think that's a cool item for Shaco to have, for sure.
And at least we are seeing him pick up a Madred's Razor. I believe it is. Personally, I don't pick Bite anymore. I'm really sad with the change. I used to love the old percent chance. Said it last week, say it again this week. Bring it back, bring it back.
But is there really a Lizard Elder equivalent, or like something that is as good on Shaco as Madred's Razor?
Just get the attack damage one. Everyone loves it. Makes a blue bull Shaco. And in the meantime, we are going to see Shaco try and initiate down this bot lane. But we're just going to see a good, strong disengagement. Both arrows we find from the purple side.
Yeah,
come
get away. So they saw that little poof when Shaco jumps over the wall, and they kited back as far as they could, and they were absolutely safe. Quinn did pop her ult though, and that has I think just over a 2-minute cooldown, so big cooldown.
We're going to see Breakers instead in a lot of trouble down bot. He gets hit by that Morgana stun, and then she just drops the ult for the kill. The first bit of damage is going to kill it. Pick up on the Morgana, and Bolo, sorry I missed that. Also picks up a kill. Must have been a gank into the mid lane for the Diana.
Yep,
so it's coming out all both sides, all around the place. And there's Warwick taking out Diana. There's action everywhere. Can't keep up everybody, but yeah, big strong plays coming out. 3 members down from the blue team suddenly.
Yeah, man, and you called it. This Warwick did pick up Spirit of the Spectral Wraith first item, and I gotta say, I love it. It gives him so much sustain in lane.
For gold value, isn't it?
Oh my god, yes.
Like that.
So all of his abilities are going to be able to spell vamp a little bit, and his Q, his bite, is going to steal so much. So I would be very surprised if this Diana could push him out of lane. He's going to be one very unkillable Warwick.
Now we see Shaco rotating bot to come make a play. Diana is coming down, and Elise was waiting here, so it was actually a trap for the blue team. Breakers and Zed's going to go down quick. He can't survive the damage. The other two are going to back right out of there, but Diana's going to dive in, pull back Quinn. Quinn's still taking a little bit of damage from the Draven, but they are going to have to back out here because they cannot dive the tower. But brilliant setup. Elise was waiting for it. Diana was rotating down. They knew the jungler was coming for a gank, and they counter-ganked strongly. 4v3.
They did indeed. Shadow
and up top,
on
Diana jump on the Warwick, and Warwick's going to go down low, but he can heal. But here comes the Ignite drop. He's going to flash as well. That might be enough to get away, but no, Diana's going to chase and pick up the kill. It's Shiny killing Ice Cube.
Yeah, Shiny, Ice Cube definitely overstayed his welcome, sitting on 1,200 gold. He could have put that in the bank, instead of having it in the bank, he could have had some items. I think he's probably going to pick up a Spirit Visage or something, you know, very tanky against magic, because that would be fantastic against his opposing team. And
that's good. So we've seen 12 kills in 12 minutes. Isn't that what we're seeing? We're not seeing a farming game, people making plays, both junglers trying to get amongst, make things happen, effective jungling, aggressive lanes, good games of lore.
Well, most definitely, man. Alright, so Draven's picked up his Bloodthirster. Warwick actually opted to get a recurve bow. Now that's gonna be cool. Maybe that's a Wit's End first item. Elise is picking up tanky items, Spirit Stone, and looks like she's getting a Haunting Guys. Morgana's pretty standard for supports, whereas Quinn is aiming for a Bilgewater Cutlass, which will probably eventually be a Blade of the Ruined King. Karma looks like she's picking up standard AP items. I don't know what she's going to turn that needlessly large rod into, but definitely could benefit from a Zhonya's or a Rabadon's. And Shaco keeps stepping closer and closer to that static shiv, so he's gonna be really strong once he finishes that item. I feel like it's a really core component of any Shaco build. Shadow actually trading onto Diana in this mid lane, getting a lot of damage out.
But we are going to see Carloy doing what he does best and sneak right up there. They're going to drop the Ignite at 2, so Diana knows she's going to commit. She is going to commit to the kill, but she will go down as well. It'll be a kill to Shaco, a 1-for-1. Here comes Elise, a little too late, and before I can even see it, Draven takes out one. Exterminate's got to back off. I don't believe they'll pick up the second kill, but they are going to die for it, and they will get it. No barrier. What a save. Awesome time, but there's that passive. The passive we've been talking about gets another kill for he.
The 6 T's does it again and takes that one away. That was absolutely gigantic. Morgana put that black shield on him and Quinn just couldn't peel him off. And he just literally ran under the turret with that huge amount of damage, huge amount of lifesteal, and took what he wanted. So really well played.
Really well played indeed.
Alright, so the score is 6-10. There is a slight gold lead for the purple team. However, this is absolutely okay. The demonic team can come back from this. So yeah. Well, Shiny and Karloy getting onto Ice Cube in this top lane. Ice Cube steals so much HP back using his ult though. It looks like he is gonna go down. Karloy does get a nice crit off and takes that away. Shadow, Karma comes down to the bot lane. If she can get a tether onto Draven, maybe can end up with a kill here. Dominate has ulted as Quinn. Taking a lot of damage though. Breaker NZ does have his intervention up. Does buy the intervention and Karma picks up the shutdown. I'm just gonna check how much gold that was. It looks like it was 500 gold to this Karma. So hopefully she can go back and buy some nice items with that. So it is 2 shadows in this mid lane. A little bit confusing. I think that is Issa that's picked up the second name. And we did have 2 Karloys earlier. These
Good old New Zealanders are the mixing names. We've got to see a defensive ult come out on this tower. Morg doing what she can to try to hold it off, but it's not going to be enough. Warwick's coming down though, and he's going to be interested to make a move here. Exterminate's going to be one getting targeted on first in the ADC, even though he has the most hit points. But Ice Cube is getting taken down a bit. It's going to ult and break NZ. The shield comes up. It's not enough. He is going to go down. Shadow's going to turn that around. He is going to be stunned, and now they're going to do this. They are going to pick up the Warwick as well. The ult comes down from Draven, missing both arrows, and it's a trade. I think they'll be happy with it. They trade their support for the top lane.
I think they will be happy with that indeed. And the top lane though, Shiny getting onto the jungler, Kondo Bolo.
Actually, be in trouble on that jump in, but he is gonna. Oh, beautiful play up, but he is in trouble. He is gonna go down. That ignite was on him, but he convinces him to dive. He is gonna just survive. Good play by the.
Out. Wow, yeah, really well played by Diana. Just like going in and flashing out to get rid of the turret aggro. The ignite was ticking on Elise while she was up in that repel, so. When she came back.
And on that fight down bot, you just see that the support getting away. Morgana on the tiniest bit of health, so it must have been a close fight down there. Sorry, I missed it. But just too much action. The score's 11 for 12, and pretty much identical on gold. 2 towers taken, extremely even game.
Extremely even, which is kind of surprising. The gold is on different people though. For the purple team, it's sitting a lot of the gold on Draven. However, for the blue team, it's spread around a little bit more nicely. We do have a 5-0 and 2 Karloy Shaco though. Absolutely huge.
So it's going to be up to him. He's got to keep making those impact plays, and he's got to keep trying to crush down the other teams so that his team can catch up. But what in terms of late game do we have looking from Karloy's team? Is Quinn going to be enough to take out a late game Draven? What about this mid lane Karma? Do you think they still have the late game potential to take this if it goes late enough?
I think they do. They have a very strange team comp. I would say they have a lot more single target damage than they do have AoE. So they're going to be focused on picking off single targets, hopefully without losing someone in return. So that means good ward coverage. That means getting an early oracles, but they can definitely scale into the late game if they do that.
And they want to be looking for those engagements, not the big 5v5s, but the ones where they have the big advantages, like a good 3-on-1 or a 4-on-1. Just get all the dudes to take out one dude. In the meantime, Breakers and Zed is going to go down here, and Dominate's in trouble. But he is going to actually run the way they didn't expect. He's flying away in his bird form. He's trying to do some sneaky jukes. He's going to try and sneak up the lane. They haven't seen him, but they are catching on to it. They know he's around somewhere. He's now baiting for the jungle and the mid lane, who are rotating down, but he is just going to go down. Good binding by Morgana. Support Morgana making it work.
Yeah, really well played. I like that the Quinn icon turns into the bird when she dies like that, or gets a kill. It's really good. Did you not see that?
No, I didn't notice at all, actually.
It's like when Nivea dies as egg, or talks as egg, it says egg Nivea. I think it's always really cool. Katie Shiny just beating down this Warwick in the top lane. Did have a red buff, so the chasing was really easy for her. Warwick really needs to pick up that Spirit Visage. Would make his life a lot easier. Well, Carlo getting caught out by Shadow. Actually uses his duplicate move to dodge the pull. Go.
And then finally comes across and kills the ghost. The fake Shaco, but look, we do see Kondo Bolo is going to try and pick up the kill, but he misses the stun. Carlo is going to drop a trap. Is it going to be enough to save him? It could be. I believe so. Carlo making the Shaco work, sneaking out of there, doing what Shaco does best.
Wow, that's really good. Carlo got away. He didn't want to feed that 500 gold to anyone. The team's probably pretty happy about that, and the Diana does go down.
In the meantime, we have top Diana on Shiny really dominating that top lane, pushing down both Tier 1 and Tier 2's towers, not losing a tower herself, so working out at the moment.
Not at the moment, but it has potential to. He's got so much damage at the moment. Just needs to get into these team fights, needs to jump on that Quinn and lock it down.
Around, and that's why he has lost the lane. Shiny has been able to just sit there and keep pushing. Probably a good idea by him.
Yeah, definitely. So down in this bot lane, Draven and Morgana doing some huge pressure as well. They're just sitting there, they've got pink wards absolutely everywhere on the map. They know that the vision isn't there, and they're looking to maybe jump out of a bush and try to kill Quinn or Kayle. But the pings are going up for Dragon, and I think Warwick has actually come down from the top lane for this Dragon. So
Warwick's been coming down bot a bit, but they do want this Dragon, especially with the gold so even. This Dragon can always help. You know, if you pick up the next 3 Dragons, it's going to be quite a large dent in the gold, and they stay in this even could definitely be the tiebreaker.
Yep, and the gold is still 400 between the two teams, which is almost nothing at all. That's a long sword. Wow, KO puts down a clutch ward, finds 5 members of the purple team. Wow,
It's not going to be enough. That is going to pick him off, and that is both bot lane picked off. This bot lane really working out for the purple side.
At the same time, though,
Shiny push top, and I think that's what he's going to go for here. He's probably forcing the recall out of the Warwick, but they will get this 2-tier tower. And the split push coming out.
huge split push coming up from the blue team. They've already pushed down into the top turret, and they're getting this mid turret very low as well. This mid turret might actually go down.
However, they are going for the third tower. This is what you're talking about, though. You said they didn't have the lineup for the 5v5 engagements. This is what they're trying to do, play around the team fight. They're like, okay, you're going to take our bot lane, we'll try to take your mid and top. And the team fight team can't deal with the split push, but at the moment, the push bot has seemed to be enough because they will most likely get this inhibitor. So maybe a mistake. Maybe they should have gone down on offense, but they tried to make a big play. Exterminate is going to be in trouble here. Ice Shadow ripping it up. Is going to get picked off too by Shadow. We do have the Shadow over Ice Shadow calls coming out from the fans.
And Diana and Shaco are going to pick up that Elise. That was a 2v1 situation for her, and she does go down. So good to see. That split push definitely worked out well for the purple team. They did pick up an inhibitor off that. They lost one turret, and they got half the HP of their top turret down as well. But I'd take an inhibitor for that any day. Yeah.
So you'd swap inhib for tier 2 towers?
Any day. Any day,
Ooh,
yeah.
Big balls, but we'll see if it works out.
Ping's going up for the red buff. It looks like they might try to do that split push again. Purple team was very organized there. They had all 5 people collapse on bot after Dragon, picked up those 2 kills, and just pretty much pushed to inhib. So that was really well played by them. Oh, Carlo finds that his red buff is actually not there at all. It is in fact sitting on Heehee's Draven.
And that Draven's been nothing but trouble all game. Appropriate name for how he plays it. Just an absolute troll to the other team. They will not be enjoying his presence. 6-3-5 at the moment, with his support who hasn't died, 209. Massive shout out to the Morgana support, making it work. And we're going to see Shiny actually engage here on the enemy Diana. She's going to get taken down to about half health, but the Morgul, even as a support, still causing big trouble. They want to dodge that stun. Breakers and Zed, though, getting a bit aggressive, getting quite forward. He's got to back up. They are going to disengage. Breakers and Zed gets picked up right by that full range binding, I believe.
Wow, Quinn comes out of nowhere.
He's right in there, and she is going to pay the price in that more normal form, that melee form. She did want to pick up that Diana. It wasn't possible. We see the ult coming out. Really good ult from the support. Keeping him alive a bit longer, but not enough for this big job. Elise goes down. It's just trading. We've got 1 for 2 at the moment. It's a good trade. Breaker's getting a hurt. He really low. It's going to go down to Eyeshadow. Eyeshadow committing.
Well,
we are going to see Kale go down, but it's just a support Morgana. She's definitely going to get trumped down here. Carlo's here to help it out. And here comes Eyeshadow for the cleanup. It's Diana's all over the place. Can Karma survive? She's got a shield. Warwick's on the chase. Triple kill. What a steal. And the shutdown 500 gold goes to the Warwick. But wow, I thought she was dead and she stole the kill out of there. 4 for 4. What do you think?
That was absolutely huge. I honestly cannot tell who benefited more from that. I think maybe the purple team did, because...
Oh, I'm sorry. I believe it was a 4v5 because Quinn has respawned.
Just respawned, yeah. So it was slightly in their benefit. What a fight!
I think they turned into a really bad situation into quite an okay one.
Yeah, they did indeed. That Shaco did get shut down. That 500 gold has gone to Eyeshadow's Diana. So Diana's gonna be pretty happy about that.
It was so 500 gold, I believe. That when did Warwick pick up that last kill?
He did indeed.
I believe he got the shutdown from the Karma for another 500.
So a lot of money just got given around the team just from those bounty shutdowns. They're gonna be pretty happy about that.
We still want to see total difference of about 500 golds, and
yep, no team is outstripping the other one just from that last fight.
However, a lot of money with that 916 Shaco invested in that jungler, so he's got to make sure he doesn't drop off too hard at the end of the game and still makes the big plays and can still be effective. Otherwise, their gold just won't mean the same to those who have it on the big Draven heroes.
That's very true, but Carlo on Shaco has picked up that Infinity Edge, and I gotta say that's probably the right item for him to get. If he wants to be focusing down that Draven first, or you know, getting that huge amount of damage onto one person, the Infinity Edge is gonna be invaluable.
Most definitely. Needs that big crit damage when he comes out.
Yeah.
I see them now. They're not going to do the split push counter. They are going to try hold them off, but Exterminate getting picked off to the side of it, a little bit out of position with the ADC. Needs to be a bit more careful where he's placed. Kondo Bolo is still chasing it up, so he wants to get the free kill here. He's going to flash for it, and he might get it. The barrier comes out. He's in bird mode running, but it's hard to escape that spider, and he is going to get that free pick there. That's really bad news for the blue team.
It is indeed. Now it's going to be a 5v4 in the mid lane, assuming that Elise wants to push with them. She could even split push here, and I don't think the blue team could answer to it. Shaco has to be bot as well to stop these super creeps pushing into the base. Not a good position for them to be in at all, man. So Elise is pushing down. KT Shiny's Diana went to the top lane, and it's actually trading onto Elise, doing so much damage. Wow, it looks like Elise is going to go down here. Match is instantly 4v4 again. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Diana does pick up KO and the turret.
Everywhere.
Yeah, huge action going on in this game.
I was a little bit distracted. I was looking at that new Spirit Uda skin that had just been posted up by Hullitude. Looks amazing. I hope that... Is that official? Can you tell me, Hullitude? Has it definitely been released? Must be. There's League of Legends website. So excited. Definitely going to get amongst and get that skin. Looks so excited. Not even an Udyr player, but a lot of my friends are. And I really missed out the time when Ez's got released for cheap. So if they do that with Udyr, I'm getting him this time. Not making that mistake again. Sucker for a cool skin. We do see purple take the dragon.
Okay, that Udyr skin is fantastic, actually.
And I can tell you, I'm pretty sure Hullitude will most definitely buy that skin. That guy's the biggest skin collector I know, best collection I know. Shout out to Hullitude. They are Whisper. Do you know if it's coming out on a discounted price like the Israel skin?
It looks like it's gonna release at 1900, and then it'll probably be put up to 3100 after the first week.
Yeah, so I think I might be a sucker and go for the 1900. Always
most definitely.
So yeah, let's get a mugs. Who knows? Udyr might one day be my favorite champ.
Yeah.
Thanks.
If you ever want to pick it up in the future, because Udyr is your favorite champ, at least you'll get him that much cheaper. Alright, Kaloy is actually being collapsed upon in this top lane. This does dodge the cocoon. Takes so much damage from this Elise though. Elise does not get off a successful repel. He does have that blood thirst on him from Warwick. That passive following him around everywhere.
It's a bit of a nightmare for a Shaco. The last thing he really wants in an ability is something that reveals him low. So
That's
he's
very
just gonna
true.
get right out of there. Shout out to Morden who shout might have to buy Udyr. I was just thinking that myself. I hope I own him.
Shadow getting away. I think Warwick still has his ult. Oh no, he does not have his infinite duress. I take that back. I was really worried there for a second. Warwick could lock up someone so efficiently. Those suppress abilities are just amazing. The only counter to them is that Quicksilver Sash. Cleanse does not pop it.
What was that ability? What doesn't get only gets countered by Quicksilver? We're gonna see Carlo jump straight on Carlo. He was gonna split. He's gonna go up. He's gonna try to sneak out of there. And whoa, we got fights everywhere. Ice Cube's gonna be in trouble at bot at the same time. Exterminate gonna jump on him with Shiny, and they are gonna pick him off. Kale is gonna get picked out. Believe he was warding. Always the scare for a support.
Oh my god, yeah. So that was 1-for-1 support for top laner though. So that benefits the blue team quite a bit. However, if Karma gets caught out here, and she does indeed, nice ult from Morgana just to slow it down. Draven comes in, does the huge amount of damage. Ping's going up at Baron as well. I do think purple team can take Baron. They do not have a ping for it though, and blue team would be aware if they started it.
And with Shaco around, it's definitely a big decision to make this move, but they're going for it. Everybody loves a risky Baron. I'm a massive fan.
I'm a massive fan as well, yeah. They see the Shaco running over from a ward, and they decide to back off that Baron, and I think that's a good idea. Shaco's in a good place at the moment, so... At least trying to get some damage out onto Diana and Quinn in the mid lane. Lands a volatile spider, but does not land a cocoon and does not pile on. I don't think she wants to go into a 1v2 very much. Katie's Shiny getting ultimated by Warwick, taking so much damage. Ignites have gone down. It looks like both Elise and Warwick have been ignited. Quinn does pick up the kill on Elise. And that was a 1-for-0 trade in favor of the blue team.
So at the moment, who do you think's winning this match? Who is it going to? Do you think people have the upper hand with their stronger team comp, or do you think that blue can still sneak a win out of this?
I think they definitely can sneak a win out of this one, man. They're in a good place at the moment. The gold is very similar. Would not be surprised at all if they did take that one away.
And they give a special shout out to Turn Up Desu. So many Dianas. Yes, it is blind pick, and as you'll see, actually in the Korean game, when they have a best of 5 matchup and it's drawed at 2 aside, 5th game they do actually run blind pick, so you can actually see this in competitive and see these mirror matches, which we're seeing right now with Diana versus Diana. And it is interesting. You don't get to see it that often. Really shows. And the cool thing about these 2 Diana lineups is one went top and the other went mid, I believe. So you're seeing the different versatility within the hero itself.
Yep, and different itemization choices as well. Katie Shiny has opted for a lot of attack speed, and then he went into a lot of survivability items. However, Ice Shadow picked up a Zhonya's and a Nash's Tooth and is going the more damage-orientated build. So, different philosophies in how they want to team fight. It looks like Katie Shiny wants to get in there and stick because he has the extra resists, but it looks like Shadow wants to blow people up and get that Zhonya's to keep himself safe. Wow, Breakers actually gets caught out there by a really nice binding. Waffle Bear has been really on point with all these bindings.
And this is a really cool Morgana, 4-1-14, making the plays to support. She hasn't opted for too much AP, she is helping the team out with that Aegis, and she's still pulling up the kills. It's really cool to see. He takes a lot of damage to the face right there, dropping down to actually below half health, but does have that Guardian's Angel, so you can still feel a little bit confident, but does definitely not want to get picked off right now.
Nope.
Here we go, here's Carlo, doing what he does best. As you called it, he's going for that bot. He's going to try and take out that. He isn't going to get the racks, but he's close, half health. That's Shaco for you. Even if the team fight seems so strong, he can always sneak you. You've got to be ready.
And he is running away from this Warwick desperately. Warwick did not have ult up to suppress him, and he is just going to walk out. So you have to be so wary of that Shaco split push.
And they got punished for forgetting about it. All it takes, one little lapse of concentration, and your inhib is gone.
Yeah, you've called it, man. So Shaco's sitting up in this bush. If Diana comes and face checks, she's gonna get Jack in the box. Let's see if Karloi can use that to his advantage to make a difference. Does not look like she's gonna face check it, and that's probably a good thing because Morgana's coming to back this Diana up in the bot lane as well. Lots of pings going out. Kale's actually found Warwick. 5 blue buff. Wow, Suppress comes out.
And Karloi is caught out, but he's going to go invis. They definitely keep a better eye on bot after what just happened. They don't want that to get snuck off them. So paying much more attention, and Purple feeling the confidence with their size of the heroes to split them up and run in 2 smaller packs rather than the earlier 5, and knowing that weakness of the split push.
Even as you say that Purple feel like they have an advantage. They're actually behind in gold, which is kind of unbelievable. Some really nice farm coming up from the blue team, as well as an extra turret. So I'm really impressed with how they're keeping pace.
Especially, they are 2 kills behind as well, so they are actually up. That's really impressive, and they're doing well. They're definitely still in this game by all means.
Oh yeah, definitely, man, definitely. And I think that is just a CS advantage for the blue team. They've got a lot more on Karma than they do on... Oh, who was Karma laying against? I'm confused now. I guess it's Diana. Yeah.
It was Diana, mid Diana. And you have seen that bot inhib is actually back up, so that earlier push means kind of works out, you know, their inhib's back up, they've recovered that damage, and they traded the towers for it, which opens up the map for Shaco just to do those back doors.
Wow, at least so low on this top lane. Exterminate really wants to get her. Fires a blind Q out into the wave. Wow!
They got the follow! What a kill!
Hey.
Solo is gonna go down, but then that what's her name? Quinn will be furious. I can't believe it.
Sour about that, man. So much
There's a
damage from Content. Wow,
You've got to hate that execute on that Q and Ice Shadow now, going aggressive on the Warwick in mid. You're gonna see Dosha, the other Shadow. Oh, it's Ice Shadow. Oh, too many shadows, but what a turnaround.
wow, Katie Shiny comes down, gets the intervention, nicely timed intervention, dodging so much damage. However, the Morgana ult does come out, Zhonya's does go down, Draven ult has passed to get that assist, and it looks like Morgana is gonna get the 500 gold shutdown bounty.
115. She's had a good time as a support this game. I've been really impressed by her. And special shout out to Bradis. Welcome back to the stream on it. Everyone was getting on it. They got the fans alive. That Elise kill, one of the most exciting things we've seen. It's a shame. I really wish she got away because that would have been a brilliant free pick. And look, Karloi has got that bot inhib and is going for pace. He's so sneaky. He's even beating me watching it. And I can see the whole map, so well done to him. He is getting chunked down by the Elise here, though. He should just get out of it. He should be happy. He got it inhib. They are going to trade inhibs, though. Purple put the pressure on bot, knowing that blue is split up. Crazy split push games. And always good to see.
Yeah. Well played by Karloi. He got the inhibitor in the lane that they lost the inhibitor in. Basically what that means is there's going to be no pressure exerted from that lost inhib for both people because it'll be super creep against super creep. So it should just stall out somewhere in the mid lane and they're going to be pretty happy about that. Actually,
yeah,
Exterminate getting pulled out here.
Exterminate walks into the wrong bush.
Yeah, face checks into 3 people and Morgana lands a nice binding and that is 1 dead Quinn. Ping's going out for Baron. I'm not sure that would be a good idea at the moment.
Oh, but they love the risky Baron, and when when in doubt, Baron. That's what I always believe. A lot of people disagree with me, and a lot of people would be right. But for once, Purple team is with me on this, and they might actually sneak it out here. They got the damage to do it quickly, and I don't think Blue can react in time. They won't be able to actually. This will be a Baron pickup. The sneaky Baron does pay off. And this Shadow is going to be careful because she's about to get caught by the whole team. Drops down on her. There's the pick. Baron buff up on Purple. Is this what they need to finally beat it? We are going to see Karloi sneak up, but Purple know the things are coming out. He may not be able to get that second inner, but he's going to try anyway. At least he'll rotate up. The other 4 are pushing mid. They could base race, and it could be extremely interesting.
It'd be very interesting to see. Karloi doing so much damage with his clone. Does jump away from this Elise though, not confident in the 1v1 just yet, and I feel that's probably a fair call. This Elise is pretty bad, so...
That's definitely a good idea, just to send the Elise down. She's got the Baron buff, she can deal with Karloi, she can hold him off. While their team's got a good 4v4 fight here, they should be able to do it. Exterminate's already in trouble, he gets the ult up from the KO, but now KO's going to go down, crushed, and then the ult runs out, he goes down to Ice Cube, that's 2 down, here comes the inhib, and the 4v4 is always going to go in the Purple's favour in this hand. And
meanwhile, in the top lane, Karloi actually won that 1v1 that I was a little bit skeptical about, but he takes that one away. So, the turrets are going down. it looks like the purple team could take the Nexus now as well. The GG calls are actually going out already, so they're pretty confident.
That is going to be the Nexus. Shaker cannot stop or do the damage quick enough to their base. And if they just commit right now to the Nexus, they should win the game. Warwick's going to do it, and that is GG to the purple team. And what a game. Exciting split pushing action. Not the usual 5v5 wombo combo you can usually be used to. Good to see another style of play. Teams moving around the map, really trying to catch each other out of positions. Great game of League of Legends. Exciting action. Not a farm fest. I really enjoyed it. What do you think?
I thought it was absolutely amazing. That Shaco really was bringing it back for his team, but the Nexus did go down. Hard to counter that, man.